Hello and welcome to the Wrestling Corner number episode 22. I say every week we're getting through these. We're nearly halfway through a year, 6 months nearly. Yeah, nearly. As always, I'm your host Rowan. Now, I'm not joined by Simon, who's having some technical issues, but I will be joined by him. But I've got a busy day today, so I've had to start a bit early. Well, not early, we're actually later, but in terms of without Simon, but I'm sure I'll hop in. I'll go slow at the start as I can, but I mean, we'll start with AEW. I mean, this week the episode is called Head to Head. It's AEW versus NXT on your Wednesday Night Wars. NXT won it last week with last week with their Great American Bash. But let's have a look, review the shows and see which one is better. So Fighter Fest came out. Chris Jericho's on commentary. Was wearing a Canadian because it was Canada Day. He was wearing a big Canadian blazer. The Jurassic Express came out with Marco Stunt and MJF and Wardlow after. Good matches. Um, we've got it is sort of there is sort of a problem with uh, MJF because you have to book him strong, but so when you book him not to get eat the pin, Wardlow looks weakened. I know it's against Luchasaurus, which I think is fine. I just don't like that Wardlow's been used at the expense. So after a bunch of distractions, Wardlow hit a lovely senton off the top rope. Lucha kicked out. MJF went for the diamond ring, but accidentally hit Wardlow. Wardlow down. Luchasaurus kicked MJF's hand, hit Wardlow. 1, 2, 3 pins. Great result because I think MJF still needs a win. Can't eat a pin, and it's building tension between Wardlow and MJF. I think maybe you just keep MJF strong and have them win. Maybe have, as in Wardlow just absolutely decimates, not decimates Luchasaurus, but then to just brawl so much onto the outside of the ring. MJF and Jungle Boy, the serious thing. MJF hits the diamond ring, but like Jungle Boy bounces back off the thing, hits him with something, and MJF just uses like a low blow or a cheeky roll up using the ropes or something to get a heel win. But like while Luchasaurus and Wardlow are distracted, I don't know, maybe that's just personal preference with him, but yeah, um, yeah. So that's what I think I would have gone for a Wardlow MJF win, but it's neither there. There. Good opening match, a very good opening match. The Jurassic Express providing some fast-paced action, and MJF and Wardlow just tried to shut them down. And then after this, Joey Janela and Lance Archer started brawling on the outside. So that would be set up a match for next week Fighter Fest. I'll load up the card for Fighter Fest Week 2. There it is. Oh, and we've also got Simon back, which is great.
Hello.
Great timing because I've only talked about the opening match and I've just finished. So, what did you think about the opening match for AEW?
What was the opening match of AEW?
Jurassic Express versus beating MJF.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was all right, wasn't it? It just ticked all the boxes in terms of Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus probably needed a win. MJF still hasn't been pinned, and they made Wardlow look strong, although he sort of got pinned. So
yeah, I was thinking
it was a fun opener.
As much as I don't think you want MJF to pin Jungle Boy again, I was thinking because Luchasaurus and Wardlow are having such a good showing, maybe you keep Wardlow strong in the situation and use the whole thing of MJF's getting a bit jealous of that Wardlow's getting the limelight, and maybe MJF does get the win, but it's like a dirty heel win where diamond ring, low blow, and dirty pin maybe on Jungle Boy or something like that. I don't know. I just didn't feel right 'cause I think Wardlow had such a good showing. Then for him to just eat the pin,
I'm surprised they're going down the road of breaking up MJF and Wardlow already.
yeah, I think you keep them together for a while, and then maybe Wardlow just gets annoyed with him. No, because Wardlow can't be a babyface. No offense to him, he might be a great.
Wardlow could not be a face.
Like maybe you do keep him. Maybe you do break him up and have MJF maybe just go into a descent of madness because he doesn't have that fallback option if he fails or he gets ganged up on. Wardlow isn't there to save him, possibly.
I'm not sure. I mean, it's probably not a complete certainty that they're going to break them up, but yeah,
Teasing it heavy.
yeah, and it's been for a few weeks now.
We'll move on to the next match, which was Kuroshida versus Penelope Ford, and this was not as like surprising good match, but Penelope Ford had a great showing. Like she was made to look strong. Like after hitting a couple a Falcon Arrow and some running knees, and Ford was just kicking out. That was probably Penelope Ford's best AEW match for sure.
Yeah, everyone was really high on this, and like it was a really good match, and it was probably Penelope Ford's best match. It was. It sort of summed up all the Fighter Fest. Really, it was between decent and good.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing really hit the heights, but everything was good.
Yeah, it was like that.
And this just kind of annoyed it.
Then we had the AEW TNT Championship match. Cody with Arn Anderson, and defeating Jake Hager, defending against Jake Hager, who was accompanied by his wife. I'll let you talk about.
Jake Hager's got crap gear.
He's got what?
Crap gear attire. Just
Yeah, he's like a creative wrestler on 2K.
awful. The match wasn't great either, was it?
It wasn't the best
compared to what we know Cody can do.
I don't know I don't know whether they tried to go for more of a real type of. No, I don't know.
Yeah, I just came out of it not really knowing what to make of it, and I don't really think I know what to make. A week later, it was just there. Jake Hager never wins big matches.
No, which you should, because he's a big name.
Yeah, and I feel like he's got to get one eventually. I mean, I say he never wins at me. You only had two, but I feel like Jake Hager shouldn't lose 2 out of 2 title matches.
No, but it's bad when we normally would talk a lot about a Cody match, but yeah, nah. What's it called? Orange Cassidy came out to sit with the thingy on commentary. Chris Jericho. Jericho were great at commentary this week. And we had Private Party versus Santana Ortiz. Again, a decent match.
Yeah, I could say the same. Could say the same about every match here because they're all right. Santana and Ortiz feel like the 7th, 8th most important team.
I know.
Which is insane because
Santana and Ortiz, they're great.
They're just great, but everyone's great. They've got so many tag teams.
Yeah, well, that's what the Young Bucks said.
I think they've got too
many. They said they wanted to have a heavy focus on tag team wrestling. They would have created it. So.
They've got an entire division of main eventers.
And
that's the thing. You can have a deep tag division, but they've got an entire division of main eventers, which it's a good headache to have.
Yeah, because at least you don't have to worry about having to put a crap tag team in a match.
It just means someone's going to be at the bottom. And I guess if it was Lucha Bros, I'd complain. If it was Butcher and Blade in this position, I'd complain. So I guess it's got to be someone.
I don't think they drop super far. They can easily just have a great match and bump themselves up sort of the tag team ranking type thing. Taz and Brian Cage were out next and basically just said obviously no match at Fyter Fest, but at Fight for the Fallen in 2 weeks it will be Mox versus Cage. So obviously if you don't know, Renee Young contracted COVID, Moxley doesn't, but obviously they wanted to make sure that he wasn't spreading anything, so they've basically just postponed the match to Fight for the Fallen.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good that they're doing Fight for the Fallen because I feel like that. I just didn't think they were going to be doing it. I guess they're doing it a week after Fyter Fest. It's kind of like a 3-week special.
Yeah, I think it's sort of maybe just don't want to lose momentum.
Yeah, I mean, they've kind of got to get it in. So
Yeah.
yeah, it should be all right. It's good that they've not just cancelled it and they've just moved it. So
And then we had the main event, which was Kenny and Hangman Page versus the Best Friends. First of all, Best Friends entrance, Trent's mom drove the Best Friends off in a minivan and said, "Have fun." That was great.
yeah, that's my favourite thing in all of wrestling this week. Loved it.
just Trent's mum.
Yeah, just seeing. Yeah, just I was just
Shout out
laughing
to
the entire thing. I love Best Friends.
They're great, aren't they? They're
Yeah.
natural. And the match was pretty decent. So JR announced that the winner would face Private Party next week. So Private Party picked up a win earlier on the night. So it was announced that the winner, Hangman and Kenny Page, are facing Private Party next week at a second night Fight Fest. But Best Friends, it was a really good match. Proper tag team. Both teams giving the best showing as the main event. Correct result with Hangman pinning Trent. But I didn't like the ending because it made Best Friends sort of the shine went away from him.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather Best Friends win, although I acknowledge it's probably not the right thing to do.
No,
I'm not sure we lost much in defeat. It was just like the main event of the show, which is quite a big deal. But yeah, the problem is with AEW, I just like everyone too much. I just want everyone to win all the time.
Yeah, it's the same way with WWE when like Angel Garza or Andrade eat a loss. I'm like, well, but they don't deserve it. But at the end of the in storyline,
that's the problem. You've got like it's not criticisms of AEW. It's just I'm looking at it through like rose tinted glasses, just of who I want to win, probably rather than what's best for the company.
So after the match, FTR walked down to the ring. They offered a beer to Page and Omega. FTR wanted to celebrate with the chance, but Omega took the beer bottle and spilled it, emptied the entire thing onto the floor. FTR were obviously insulted, but the Young Bucks came down to sort of pass it away, saying Kenny doesn't drink, it's not an insult. And it was getting sort of tense. Which, I don't know. I know we all know Kenny. We all know Kenny didn't drink, but I'm like, why would they get pissed off if Kenny's like, no, sorry guys, don't drink? They went, what? Who do you like?
Yeah, it was a bit weird. Like if you watch the product, like you should know, like kayfabe, like Revival should know. But like I don't know. I guess you could say that they offered them it in the knowledge that Kenny doesn't drink, so they were just looking for an excuse to start a bit of a fight.
Yeah, maybe,
which I think is probably more likely.
Probably, and it does next week. The card for Fighter Fest Night 2 is Chris Jericho versus Orange Cassidy, Lance Archer versus Joey Janela, Nyla Rose versus To Be Announced, Colt Banner and the Dark Order versus So-Called Uncensored SCU, FTR and the Young Bucks versus Butcher and the Blade and Lucha Bros, your boys are back, and Kenny and Hangman Page versus Private Party. Going to be another.
Yeah, it's going to be really good.
Tag team heavy match, but obviously, defense both cards have 3 tag teams on. I wonder if this shows was heavily booked by the Young Bucks, because obviously it was. Oh no, it was Fighter Fest last year, which was Kenny's. One of them was like Kenny's show in terms of like. Yeah, it was Fighter Fest because it was.
I can imagine Fighter Fest being Kenny Omega's show. What with the whole like Alex J. Bailey match and the pool, and that seems very Kenny Omega.
It's just mental that Fighter Fest was going to be in England.
Yeah. They'll be back and it'll be better.
Oh, definitely. I wonder what. I'd like if they actually had like a British style name theme. I don't know what you could call it, but sort of instead of just taking one of their pay-per-views and bringing it over here, create a British one. I don't know what.
Yeah, but I don't want it to be like WWE where they come over and it's like, oh look, we're in Britain. Here's phone boxes and black cabs and.
Oh no! I just meant like.
Here's Old Trafford, home of the Manchester United, like it's home of the United. Like that's a classic from Michael Cole. I hate it when WWE come over here and just stereotype everything.
Yeah, it's very stereotyped, and but when WWE used to do it, they knew how to think. Always bring Wade Barrett out because you know he's going to get a reaction. They don't have that. Who's their big English Drew?
WWE, yeah, Drew would get because Drew
Gosh.
hasn't been on obviously since he won
Yeah, I
the
mean,
since he
imagine
won the Rumble. Like WWE haven't been here in 2020, so
no.
quality. Yeah, that's the cost.
No, them. Yeah, but obviously we'll move on to NXT. I mean, what do you think of Fyre Fest? Good pay per view.
Yeah, it was good. It was solid. It never quite hit the heights, but it was fine. Doesn't need to hit the heights it into pay per view.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
just
we'll move.
We'll move, Dynamite. Yeah.
We'll move on to
Right,
the Great
NXT.
American Bash. Yeah, that's fine.
NXT.
It was really good. It was really good. Genuinely, I think better than Fyre Fest this week. We're not comparing. But we had Tegan Nox defeating Dakota Kai, Mia Yim, and Candice LeRae. Very fast-paced action. It was an elimination match, which I didn't know when watching it, but very fast-paced. Like Mia Yim pinning Candice LeRae, didn't like that because I think Candice LeRae should be booked to the moon because I think she's great, and I'm not a fan of.
You look like me yimping in anyway.
I'm not a fan of Mia Yim. No, I don't know what it is. I just can't get behind her. And then Dakota Kai eliminated Mia Yim, which left obviously Kai and Nox sort of the feud that was thingy. Tegan Nox picking up in the Chinese Wizard. Shocked, I was expecting this to be Dakota Kai considering Dakota had gone about like she was cutting promos against Io Shirai and stuff, and I was like, well, I think Dakota's got this. Then they sort of already said it. They just had this match probably to pad it out. But no, Tegan Nox picks up the win. It'll be a great match. It will because Tegan Nox is great. I don't expect to see her winning, but there's no harm there. Then we had Timothy Thatcher defeating Owen Lorcan. It's a match you'd expect from these two guys. Just vicious, basically. Just painful is what I'd call it. Obviously, Thatcher picking up the incorrect result, and Lorcan probably wouldn't ever pick up a solos win on main TV unless he's in like a tag team feud with Danny Birch and against someone. But great decision. Great match. Rhea Ripley defeated Aaliyah and Robert Stone. Again, great result. Rhea Ripley doesn't need to join the Robert Stone brand, but Robert Stone comes across as his cocky self, him doing the whole Rocky thing. Aaliyah, as well as being cocky, saying, "Oh, look at us, we're the best." Rhea Ripley putting him in the place. And I thought I'd like to see Rhea needs something now. Maybe a feud with Dakota, possibly. I don't know. Dakota comes out, gets angry, and Rhea just says, "Stop complaining." And then with Robert Stone and Aaliyah, just them just denying knowledge of it ever happening or something. Then we had Loomis defeating Strong in NXT's first ever strap match. Quite decent. It was just the whole thing of how Strong was just wanted to attack him, but he was scared because of everything that had happened. Bobby Fish couldn't do anything, and Dexter Loomis picking up the win. Great result. Loomis is great. He just needs to be kept on being bugged like this. Era don't really need to pick up any wins now, but as long as they're a prominent part of TV, I'm happy with it. And then the main event, Io Shirai defeating Sasha Banks, very decent. So the match started off really well. Both wrestlers sort of giving it all, and but you had Bailey on the outside putting in distractions, the actual end distracting at the end, and then Asuka comes out even the odds. Green missed Sasha Banks, and Shirai hits the moonsault for the win. I don't know whether I would have preferred it if she green misted Bailey, so then Sasha was shocked, and then Io Shirai hits the move, then the moonsault. So I think Io Shirai looks weak. She hasn't actually done anything to Sasha in terms of Io Shirai has hit a move because Asuka distracted Sasha. I know they've got the match coming up, but I think you should keep your NXT champion strong. So have Green missed on Bailey. Sasha's worried about Bailey, and then Shirai hits the move, stuns her, moonsault win. I just don't like that she sort of won because of Asuka.
Okay, I've not seen anything from it at all.
Yeah, I just didn't like that Asuka hit the green mist on Sasha for Shirai to pick the win because Shirai just looks weak.
Okay.
In my opinion, anyway. But yeah, again, it was a very good episode of NXT, like really good. If you when you watch it, you'll know. Yeah, it was all matches were decent, or if they weren't decent, they were good storyline worthy matches. So yeah,
Are we going to talk about Saurav Gurjar being a silly boy?
No, is he the guy who leaked?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Well, so basically,
Spoilers.
spoilers, very big spoilers. So the fight of Great American Bash was being pre-taped, the main event, and for some reason, one of the NXT wrestlers just decided to tweet a picture at the end of the main event. So there's a
Saurav
very...
from Indushare.
Is that who
Bivens
it
boy.
was?
Yeah,
Really?
Saurav Gurjar. He's from
Oh,
Indushare.
wow. I didn't know that was the guy. I thought it was just one who hadn't been on TV.
No. He's been
Oh,
on
no.
TV multiple times. He's on the end of quite a big push.
And there was a big picture leaked of a very big celebration in the main event. Of the main event next week is Lee versus Adam Cole, and there was a lot of streamers. So either they're gonna have to refilm something now, or everyone's gonna know what's gonna happen. He's gonna be in trouble in it.
Well, EJ and Duca said they filmed 2 endings, didn't they? But
I think that's just to cover his
I think
ass.
that's nonsense.
Yeah, I think. I
I
mean, if you
think it's
don't know,
nonsense.
spoilers
But
in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keith Lee's winning.
I think it's nonsense, but it wouldn't surprise me if they go with an alternative ending specifically because of this.
Yeah,
But
for
not.
sure.
But there's no way they do 2 finishes for like all the big matches. Can you imagine doing every WrestleMania match twice? Not a chance.
No, unless they find a way. If they can cut it well,
Yeah,
they could
we'll
probably
see.
do it.
But yeah,
Yeah, NXT, really good episode when you can go watch
cool.
it. We'll move on to SmackDown now. Matt Riddle. I think the Sheamus Jeff Hardy thing was I'm just trying to say. Oh, so Corbin badges in on Matt Riddle's interview. You're gonna have to help me with SmackDown here because
Oh, cool.
it's never on target.
Matt,
Go on, I'll let
Matt
you do
Riddle.
it. You two.
Matt Riddle doesn't wear shoes because he's got frostbite on his feet.
Oh, I forgot about that.
There you go. King Corbin comes out and says no one likes Riddle. And then John Morrison comes out and he has a match with Riddle. And the camera focuses on Riddle's feet for half of the segment. It was bad.
Yeah,
But
it wasn't fun.
what wasn't bad, though, was Riddle versus Morrison. Because John Morrison is quality.
He is. He's very good.
I
like
not.
Jomo.
I wouldn't have him in this spot.
What do you mean in terms of like as a job, not a job to Riddle, but
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone from challenging for the Universal Championship to sort of not jobbing to Riddle because it was a competitive match, but
yeah, I know what you mean. Because Jomo is great.
yeah,
And
I've really come around to John Morrison because I knew I'd never seen him wrestle in his old WWE run, but yeah, he's impressed me fully. Go on, John.
Go on, John. Then we had AJ versus Gulak in a Intercontinental title match. Good match.
Yeah, well, wasn't it? It was the story of SmackDown, wasn't it? Good matches, terrible segments.
Yeah. Because, I mean, we'll move on. The next segment, Bayley and Sasha Banks, self-organised tribute gets derailed by Alex Bliss and Nikki Cross. I feel like it's the same segment. I swear we had this last week when them two were celebrating them winning the titles or winning a match.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
They are. We complained about Charlotte Flair being on all the shows. We've got to complain about Bayley and Sasha being on all of them.
The issue isn't with Charlotte Flair. The issue is with just overexposure.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. And then Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross did some really bad comedy.
Yeah.
It was, as people have said, it was like it was straight out of a Dean Ambrose promo in the late 2018.
Yeah. It doesn't. They don't feel special. The show doesn't feel different because, in terms of the women's division, because Bayley and Sasha are on all of them. So it's them again. They were on Raw. They were on NXT. Yeah, there's no split.
And I don't get why. I know the women's tag titles go brand to brand, but why?
Well, I don't mind they go band to band because at least everyone gets to defend them. But I don't. It should be like, in terms of on NXT, like NXT. Let's just say who were at Shots Back at and Tegan Knox the other week, let's say they have picked up 3 wins in tag team matches. That basically grants them a thingy match. And then Sasha and
Yeah.
Bayley have to come down for 1 show only to defend it. So you've got 3 weeks of no TV of them, and then 1 week of them on TV, you champs. Same with Raw, same with Thing. It's just because I think especially Raw, the women's division just isn't as got depth. You've only got Kyrie, Asuka, Sasha, and Bayley, and they're not even on the shows.
Yeah, it's a bit of a 4-person. Not on Raw, hopefully. Yeah, you've got them 4, the Iconics, Ruby Riott, Bianca,
Liv,
Natalia,
Lena.
Natalia. Oh, there is a bit of depth actually.
There is, but none of them feel like they'll go for the title.
Yeah, Natalia, Lana, Ruby Riott, and even to an extent Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
Just feel like they're never gonna get the titles anytime soon. And Zelina Vega as well, because like obviously she's not a wrestler, but she's a wrestler like twice a year.
Yeah. Yeah, no one on that. Same with SmackDown, really. Like Carmella, Dana Brooke, Tamina.
Yeah. It's just there's so many people who are just stuck in the mid card, and I feel like they're going to be eternal mid carders.
Yeah.
They'll get given a couple bits of hope each year. In terms of, will they win the Battle Royal at WrestleMania? Will they win Money in the Bank? And they don't, and then that's then done.
I don't say when Naomi.
Yeah, she returned at the Rumble to so much like buzz,
and then nothing happened.
Yeah, she took two falls to Dana Brooke on SmackDown.
I know.
Remember that?
Yeah. Since Shinsuke defeated Kofi Kingston, which set up next week SmackDown, Shinsuke and Cesaro versus New Day. I think Shinsuke and Cesaro are winning.
I don't know. I wouldn't rule it out.
I genuinely do. I think they've been booked strong, but also New Day haven't done much.
I'm gonna say no. They're not solely because I think it's a 3-week push.
No, but
they've just been booked strongly out of nowhere, and New Day aren't doing anything. And I think they need someone to feed to them.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to find out when Xavier
Woods will be proven wrong. And I was kind of proven. I don't know. I mean, we had that big debate about the Ricochet documentary last week.
When's it out?
When's it? Yeah, I've watched it.
Tell me, because I haven't watched it yet.
It is really good. And Ricochet.
Do they show the down points?
So they show him get absolutely battered by Brock Lesnar. And he's just like, well, they said that I wasn't meant to be here. I'm wrestling Brock Lesnar for the WWE title in front of 21 million people worldwide. Like, I think I've done pretty well. All superstars have ups and downs, and at the moment, I'm just trying to find my
feet.
Yeah, it was fine. I mean, they kind of skimmed over they gave him the big thing about winning the US title, and let's just briefly forget when he lost it, in 4 weeks.
Yeah, and then how he's been on main event.
They showed it, but they didn't reference how short it was.
Yeah. It's a shame. But we were on Raw this week, so
thing beats.
Yeah, everything's coming up there. But the main event of SmackDown was Sheamus uses a toast to attempt to lead Jeff Hardy down a dark road. Yeah, when we both say, it's bad. So Sheamus comes on. He's not in there, but he's got a whole bar set up in the ring. And he's just basically trying to get Jeff Hardy to drink.
Is this going to be a match at the Horror Show at Extreme Rules?
Yes.
Do you think? And they'll pick a stipulation?
Yeah. Loser has to drink a beer.
We've already got 6 matches, and Backlash only had... I think Backlash only had 7. Yeah, it only had 7, so there should only be one more match.
Yeah, so one more match. It's called the Horror Show. So we've got Drew versus Dolph. We've got
Asuka, Bayley, Nikki Cross, Braun versus Bray, Seth versus Ray. Eye for an eye. We'll come on to that.
Yeah.
And Apollo versus MVP.
Yeah. So probably one more SmackDown match. 1 SmackDown, 2 SmackDown. Yeah, one more SmackDown match to make it 4-3. Because currently it's 4-2 for Raw, so sort of even up a little bit, not even,
Is
but
it?
I think,
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's probably going to be Jeff versus Sheamus then, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. All right. Okay.
I'm not really hyped for
Well, if
Smack.
it's a
Sorry,
ladder
not,
match or something, and it's Jeff
no.
Hardy.
I'm looking forward to the the horror show
Oh,
because it's going to be fun. I'm not enjoying SmackDown.
I say AJ Styles has no match. Matt
No,
Riddle versus Baron Corbin, possibly.
possibly maybe 8 match card, but
Um,
one of them's a
yeah,
quick
because
and easy over and done with.
obviously Edge versus Randy went for like just short of an hour. So
Yeah, for me,
if every match on here goes for 20 minutes, they'll probably
I'm
have
not
about
enjoying his SmackDown as much.
SmackDown. Yeah, it's a bit
Yeah,
crap in it.
I'm enjoying Raw more, and I think it's because it's longer. And I know that's going to sound stupid, but there's more stuff on it.
I don't really enjoy either because I don't watch them in full.
Ah, right. I was
So it's
watching this
a lot harder
practically
to get
live.
a gauge.
I missed out one thing. That was all.
Yeah, like
But
it took me half an hour this morning to watch the Raw highlights.
well, I watched it. So I watched quite a bit of it live. I think up to probably. I think I went to stop watching it at like 2 o'clock, 2:30. So
Bloody hell.
but we'll move on to Raw. Show opened up. So this is I didn't miss the segment, but I hadn't turned on Raw at that point. I was doing something. But Heath Slater returned to confront
Yeah,
Drew. Now Heath looking more jacked, and he's got
yeah,
a beard.
yeah.
Give him the belt there.
Probably not based on how the match went. The
No,
promo was class though. People were
the
saying it was
promo was
promo of
great.
the year. No, it is not promo of
No,
the year.
it was
What it
promo
would
of the
be
year.
in the
It's a,
discussion, but it was really good.
it was a really good promo. Um, I, d- I think this was a one-off,
Oh yeah, it's
which is
not a
good.
Drake Maverick. Here's your redemption.
I would have liked it if he'd returned properly because I feel like it's a bit of a slap in the face. Yeah, he'll fired you, but can you come back just so we can make Drew look a bit stronger? We'll give you the opportunity to cut a really good
Fuck
promo, but
him.
you're not there.
Do a Rey Mysterio and pay him per appearance.
Yeah, I feel sorry for him. I really do. But Drew picks up the win. A match gets set, but Drew picks
Yeah.
the win.
I
After the
just want
match,
to say, I
oh, go
don't
on.
feel sorry for him. Heath Slater is going to become. He's going to interrupt like the main event at Slammiversary, or he's going to join Aces and Eights or something.
Nah, EC3 in it.
The ref. No, I think it'll be EC3 in the main event. But have you seen that they're going to reform like Aces and Eights?
Oh, there. Oh, that'd be cool. He's
Yeah,
probably a
because like
natural fit for that.
D'Lo Brown's working backstage. Bully Ray has left Ring of Honor. Luke Gallows was in Aces and Eights, and then I think they might just add a couple new members,
Well,
maybe like
Kyle Anderson probably.
yeah. So
Um,
Slammiversary is going to be so good. I'm buzzing for it.
TNA are sort of stacking themselves up. Obviously, they've signed Gallows and Gallows and Anderson are allowed to work in New Japan, which may mean on TNA TV we're actually getting the Bullet Club.
Well, if you still call it TNA after all these years,
Well, it's impacting it, but everyone knows it's TNA.
I don't know. I think they kind. Oh yeah, I was going to say I think they kind of shaken off that name now. But Moose is
Oh,
the TNA World Champion, so maybe
oh
not.
yeah, they're going off the name, but I'll always know it's TNA.
Yeah,
Always. Because it's what it
I
is.
only started watching it. I only watched it when it was TNA for about a year, so I've known it as Impact for most of my watching time. But yeah, anniversary. Oh, I'm buzzing.
I mean, like I said, they're setting themselves up, signing Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, possibly bringing in EC3. It's former WWE talent, but it's not because they were on the Indies before with them. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah, Impact are doing just really good stuff, and the stuff the people they've got there at the moment.
yeah,
I might come on to it at the end, but
no, go
yeah,
and
this
talk about it now. It's fine.
anniversary.
But
Just,
yeah,
just in terms, I think the card. I don't think they added any more matches this week. I mean, some of it isn't great. Like anything involving Ken Shamrock, I'm a little bit like, meh.
yeah,
But
bit of a old thing.
it's
I'm
the main event. Ace
I'm still in
Austin,
love
Eddie
with
Edwards,
first. There we go.
Trey. Yeah.
As you see, Ace Austin versus Trey versus someone else.
EC3, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
It could be Moose.
Could
Although
be.
Moose is already there, but I'd find it hard to imagine they won't have Moose on the card.
Yeah, that's it. I can't see anything other than it being EC3 just after all the teasers.
Yeah.
Jordan Grace versus Deonna
Miro.
Purrazzo. That'd be great.
I think it'll be Miro, and I think we'll have EC3 versus Moose as an impromptu match.
Really?
There we go, calling it.
Ooh, bold claim, bold claim.
Miro.
Jordan Grace versus Deonna Purrazzo. That'd be a good match. Willie Mack versus Chris Bay. I don't know who Chris Bay is.
That's cool.
I know who Willie Mack is.
Right.
Heard of him.
Yeah, he's just like a cruiserweight kind of guy. Except
Yeah,
he's
run
free
205.
with respect.
Ah, that's good.
I don't quite know how to word it. I'm not. He's a little bit like Swerve in wrestling style and character.
Ah, right, okay.
I'm not like racial profiling. Like they are very.
Then we've got a big women's gauntlet match. So Alicia Edwards versus Havoc versus Kira Hogan versus Kimberly versus Kyla Ray versus Never versus Rosemary versus Susan. Versus Tasha Steelz versus Taya Valkyrie. So out of all them, I know Havoc, Kira Hogan, Kimberly, Kyla Ray, Rosemary, and Taya Valkyrie. So if I know a lot, I know Susie as well.
Let me just have a look who I think will win. I haven't really looked at this too much. Susie, Taya Valkyrie. I'm gonna go with Kira Hogan.
I'll go with Taya Valkyrie. No, actually, no, I'll go with Kyla Ray. Why not?
Smiley Kyla.
And then you've got
the North versus Ken and Sammy.
Yeah, it'll be the North are decent.
The North.
Quite like them.
I like Ethan Page.
Who is Josh Alexander?
He's alright.
We'll go back to Raw though with Kairi Sane versus Sasha Banks and no contest. So first of all, Asuka comes out and Kairi's with her. Great. It's been rumored that Kairi's going to leave, but she was on the show, so it's obviously still up in the air. Yeah. So Kairi Sane nearly defeated Banks, but Bayley jumped in, attacked, and then it just brawl with Sane hitting the insane elbow from off the top rope onto the tag team champs. Yeah. I mean, it'll be interesting if Sane does leave. She'll be great outside of WWE. We know she will. Is she the one? I can't remember if it's her or Io. There's one that's engaged to Sanada from New Japan, and I can't remember who it is because I think if it is Sane, it's likely she might return.
I didn't think it was Sane. I thought I've heard that mentioned. Like everyone just says her husband in Japan, but if it was Sanada, they'd say. But I don't know.
Find out. Engage.
I don't watch New Japan, so.
Who's this Sanada? Gonna pay me off. Kairi Sane.
I shall move on.
Yeah, go on. You move on while I try.
Kevin Owens and Rey Mysterio versus Murphy.
She got married. Sorry. Who is it? Sorry.
I forgot what happened here. Oh, it was the Kevin Owens show, wasn't it? What a thriller.
Yeah, I like the Kevin Owens show.
Yeah. Kevin Owens gives Rollins a shirt to commemorate his WrestleMania win over him. Rollins asks him to join the stable for the greater good. And then Rey Mysterio and Dom come out and a tag match is made. Mysterio and Owens versus Rollins and Murphy. Winner gets to pick the stipulation. Aleister Black comes out during the match. There's a bit of a distraction. Dominic rakes the eyes of Murphy.
Yep.
And then 619, Ray wins and chooses an eye for an eye match. And he literally says, the first person to gouge an eye out.
Yeah. By the way, it was evil. She's engaged her. I think so. I was sat talking to the other top corner guys when this was on, and it was like, "What's an eye for an eye match?" And I genuinely thought it was going to be first person to stab the other person in the eye wins. Like first person to incapacitate a person's sight wins the match.
I think this might be cinematic because how do you do gouging someone's eye out?
But you can't do a cinematic for this. Like it won't have the same.
I know. I don't know. There's a lot of intrigue on this show.
There is.
I don't know what to expect.
But yeah, it could be a very good match. Well, it will be because it's Ray and Seth, but I don't know whether the stip will sort of ruin it a little bit.
There's only one way to find out, and that's tune in, I guess.
MVP unveiled a new United States Championship. I don't think so.
It's got balls.
Yeah, MVP pinned Apollo Crews last week, which gives him the title match. But MJF was acting like he's already won the belt, so he unveiled the new belt. What do you think about it?
It's all right. It could be worse. It could be a massive W.
Yeah, when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, that's bad. I don't see the United States." And then I saw that the Eagles at the bottom, which is very nice.
It's all right.
It's a nice belt.
Ultimately, it's one of them things where people make a big deal of it, and then within like 2 weeks, no matter what it looks like,
Universal Championship.
Yeah, well, yeah, but the Universal Championship is offensively bad. This isn't always the LPS title. I like the LPS title because it's what I sort of grew up watching.
Yeah. It's a nice belt, but I think they needed a change, sort of, as we move on through the years. Ricochet and Cedric Alexander sort of came out to sort of back Apollo Crews' name, which led to a tag team match, which Bobby Lashley and MVP did win. Both Ricochet and Cedric did get a good showing, but Lashley hits a spear, and then a full Nelson on Alexander. Correct result. Lashley needs a win because he's not actually in the match. And then also after the match, Cedric Alexander was backstage, and MVP just basically goes from say, "Come and join us." Gives him something to think about. It could be good because it can give Cedric a bit of a personality. We saw it work with Apollo giving him the belt. Maybe Cedric's already got a bit more, but maybe put Cedric with MVP and just see how it works. It doesn't even need to go heel. It could just be him being himself and MVP just trying to sort of turn into the dark side.
Was this shown on TV? I thought this was just a WWE.com exclusive.
It's a .com exclusive.
Oh, have you seen it as well?
Yeah.
I was thinking it was shown on TV because if it's a .com exclusive, it's going nowhere.
True.
I am cynical like that. It's going nowhere. As cool as it is, and I don't want us to go down this road, but in the same way WWE just put all the Latinos together, do you feel like they're doing this with people of colour?
Yeah.
With black people. I don't want it to make it about race, but look at who MVP's been recruiting. He's got Lashley. He was just in a match with Cedric and Ricochet. He's trying to recruit Apollo. He's trying to recruit Shelton Benjamin, who every time Shelton Benjamin's on main event, he loves it. He's trying to recruit Cedric Alexander now.
True. He was trying to get Truth to be more sane to come with him.
Yeah,
the belt. That is very.
He's in it. Like it. It's not
noticed that.
Out of nothing.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
We'll
Never realised that. Yeah, we will move on to Randy Orton. Andrade and Angel Garza defeated Big Show and the Viking Raiders. Hit Eric with the thing. Congratulations to Eric and Sarah Rowe.
Yes.
Who are preggers.
Well, just Sarah, but
just Sarah. Fair, well done to her. Well done. But yeah, correct result.
They made a big thing about how Ivar is the real lethal Lothario when he's in the ring with Angel Garza. I don't get the joke.
Same.
It's funny, but I don't get it.
Does Vince think he's ugly? I don't get it.
I don't think he's ugly. He thinks he's cute.
I don't understand. I'm standing up for my boy. I'm standing for boy Eric. Shaved head and that beard, way better than shitty Hansen's. I forgot his name. Ivar's long hair and long beard. I'm standing up for him. I'm not having this.
On the bright side, I really like the team of Randy Orton and Andrade and Angel Garza.
And Selena, yeah.
This RKO, I don't know whether it would just because I have seen them and I've not popped for an RKO for a while. This one was so clean because he fully just came from behind him, hit it perfectly, rolled into the cover, and I love it when wrestlers hook the leg and then they hook the other leg with their leg.
Yeah, to guarantee
realism. I love the finish. Loved it.
I'm just trying to see the actual RKO. 2 seconds.
Just looks
The
so.
RKO is one of the best. Oh yeah, he properly lurks behind him and just the legendary Norton. He's lurking, puts his hands on the shoulder, spins RKO.
And then just get straight out of the ring.
Don't
Get
want
done
any
what
of
you
his.
need to get done, and then leave.
Randy's at the peak of his career again, if you know what I mean, in terms of like investment and people
Yeah,
liking him.
I've not been. I didn't think I was that invested in Randy Orton, and then I saw him in the match with these guys. And I was like, wow. I was like, Randy Orton's a star.
And you know what? I get behind this thing of Angel Garza and Andrade just being under the tutelage of Orton, but still being managed by Zelina. So
Oh,
it doesn't mean you have to keep them all together, everything, but just be like
um,
Orton's complimenting them, giving them
we,
tips and stuff.
we were speculating on what match is going to be added. We didn't say Randy Orton versus Big Show.
Oh yeah,
Of course, it's going to be there. Oh god, Extreme Rules is going to go really long in it.
it's all going to be 5 Raw,
Yeah.
2 SmackDown.
Okay.
Unless I think they're going to add one more SmackDown.
I think they're going to go. I think they'll hit double figures.
No, no, it'll be an 8 card. God, it can't be double figures.
They're
Unless
going to
you
go
have like
double figures.
3 squashes. Please don't.
I think some of the matches won't go for very long.
In fact, I think the swap match can easily be timed well because it's all pre-taped.
All right, I don't really have an issue with it. Like it's going to be a bit.
Mhm.
I'm not doing anything else. I'll just
Nah.
sacrifice my Monday, grit my teeth, get through it.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a chore sometimes, but it'll be worth it because there's intrigue. Like the swamp match, the eye for the eye match. They're trying something different.
Yeah. They're trying, and we've got the Dolphin Drew thing as well.
Yeah.
But Billy Kay defeated Ruby Riott.
Bailey Kay. Have you watched Raw Talk?
No. I never
12-minute interview. 12-minute interview with Ruby Riott.
Wow. It's a long
Very
one.
much worth watching.
Does she come across as like genuine and
Crisis of confidence, down on her luck. She just since Liv Morgan left the Riot Squad and then she got injured and then she saw Liv Morgan picking up wins. She didn't know whether Liv needed her at all in the first place. She admits that she's 0-12 since coming back. It's really good. The second half of Raw Talk is just Titus O'Neil doing charity work.
I can't do it. No, I'm not going to attempt it.
But he's great. Titus O'Neil's great, but I've never really got Ruby Riott, but the promo's really worth watching.
Also, I straight out, Titus O'Neil will be forever in WWE. He is a PR machine. I mean, he's up for a humanitarian award, isn't he, or something? The Muhammad Ali.
Titus is great.
Menno. And also,
don't even need a wrestle.
Players. Like,
that's his legacy.
Extreme Rules winners, right? Not Extreme Elimination Chamber. Or they came second or something.
No
they might come second to the New Day. They got pinned by him.
I love ATP.
They're great. They were great. They were just hype.
Yeah.
They were sort of a reduced version of Street Profits. Merely as a dance.
Yeah, pretty much.
But we had the main event, which was Asuka defeating Bayley in a champion versus championship match. So it was Nikki Cross. So Nikki Cross first arrived on commentary team, but she was hauled out the arena. And then sort of at the climax of the match, Cross found a way back into the order, banging on the plexiglass, distracting Bayley, which basically then led to Asuka getting the pinfall victory. Correct.
Rick Boogs reacted very well.
Rick Boogs is great.
Can't believe it. Love Rick Boogs.
I'm going to ask you this every week. Was Dexter Lumis in the crowd? Because I turned it off, but I checked my phone, and I missed him. Can you say
Dexter Lumis or Ridge Holland?
Well, no. So he went, swear Dexter Lumis in the crowd, and I was like, oh, probably Ridge Holland. But then he showed me a picture, and he was very bleach blonde hair. I know Ridge Holland has got bright hair, doesn't he? But not.
I've never seen Dexter Lumis in the crowd, and I find it incredibly difficult to believe that they would put Dexter Lumis in the crowd.
But it looked a lot like him more than Ridge Holland usually does.
Yeah. Just looking out, Titus has wrestled one match in 2020, so wow, his career really is over.
Yeah, I'm about to say he will not wrestle heavily.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he can't do house shows, but yeah. He wrestled one match and he got pinned by Bobby Lashley. Go on, Titus.
Yeah, so that was Raw. Again, it was an alright one.
It was alright. It was better than SmackDown.
Okay.
Cool.
Do you want to do a 205 live slash?
I would love to. 3 matches on 205 this week. I know. Isaiah Swerve Scott defeated Matt Martel by disqualification after Chase Parker interrupted the match.
They're Everrise, right?
Yeah. Tony Nese comes down for the save, and then we've got Swerve and Tony Nese versus Everrise in a tag match. But Swerve and Tony Nese are enemies. Why is Tony Nese now wanting to team up?
Been a good mate.
Swerve and Nese defeat Everrise. Swerve still isn't particularly sold. See, we've got a bit of story on 205 this week. And then we had, what are they called? Is it El Legado del Fantasma?
Oh, the masked
Wild and Mendoza.
Yeah.
Defeated Leon Ruff and Liam Gray.
Right.
Wild and Mendoza, money. Quality finisher as well. Have you seen it? The finish?
No.
So they've got a guy like a side Russian leg sweep. Wild's got him in a side Russian leg sweep. Mendoza hits the ropes, running enziguri, and then obviously fall back. But they got a really good sound on it. So, and that was 205. Bit of story, 3 matches. Wild and Mendoza return.
Easy.
Santos Escobar was watching on from ringside. Awesome. Main event. For the 37th time this year, Humberto Carrillo defeated Shane Thorne.
Who was Shane Thorne?
Combination so many times.
I swear this was the same last week.
And get ready for this as a main event of main event.
Go on.
Ooh, Andrade defeated Ricochet.
Oh wow!
It was a really good match.
Main event.
Yeah, it went 9 minutes and it was a really good match and it was on main event.
Oh, poor Andrade. Maybe she was been there for a while.
205 was good and main event was probably just worth watching solely for Andrade and Ricochet.
Fair play.
If not just because how sad it is that they're there.
Oh, I know. Andrade was main eventing. Both of them think of main eventing Takeover, right? Maybe Ricochet hasn't.
I don't think Ricochet has.
But he's been in a 5-star Takeover match. Another main event.
He's done his fair share.
Yeah. But we'll move on to the main event now. So this week I've got 2, because obviously the first one is going to be the Universal Championship. Very short reign. So, but we've got another one for after. But we'll start with the Universal Championship. Simon, I want you to name me the Universal Championships from now going backwards.
Oh, I was thinking about this morning in the shower, and I got a bit stuck actually.
Ooh.
Let's go. Right. So we went. I've not even had breakfast this morning, so my brain ain't working. Who's current champ? Braun. Right.
Yep.
Braun defeated Goldberg. Goldberg defeated The Fiend.
Yep.
The Fiend beat Seth Rollins.
Yep.
Seth Rollins beat. He beat Brock Lesnar. I'm gonna give you events because it's quite a weird period of time. This.
Yep.
So Seth beat Brock at SummerSlam. Brock beat Seth by cashing in at Extreme Rules.
Yep.
Seth won it off Brock at WrestleMania.
Yep.
And then I got stuck at who Brock won it off.
I can give you a clue because
I don't think I need.
You are at Brock. It was Brock won it off vacated. He won it in a match against Lesnar. Against Strowman. It was supposed to be a triple threat, but the title had to. The champion had to get rid of the belt.
Oh, did he win it at the Rumble?
No,
he didn't. No, he
won it at Crown Jewel.
Oh.
Well, Brock won it.
Yeah. So Brock won it because it was vacated. Because it was vacated by Roman.
Yep.
Who had leukemia.
Mm-hmm.
Roman won it from. Did Roman win it from Brock?
He did. It was Brock's 504-day reign.
Brock won it from Goldberg.
Yep.
Goldberg won it from Kevin Owens. Kevin
Yep.
Owens won it from Vacant, and Vacant
Yep.
won it from Finn Balor.
Hey, he's done it. I mean, it's a short reign.
It was that little Roman Reigns vacating that just
It's the
threw
Roman
me
Reigns
off.
Brock era where it went Brock Roman, Brock Seth, Brock Seth.
But funnily enough, Kevin Owens winning it from Vacant is so vivid because it was such a good match, and Kevin Owens helped him win.
Yeah,
And he shook his
Triple
hand
H
and helped him
win.
up after the match. And we were like, "Oh my days, what's happening here? Is this a new alliance?"
No.
And nothing ever happened.
Triple H throwing him in, and KO looking, they just scampering onto the body. Oh, perfect.
Who was in that?
Big Cass, Roman Reigns, and Seth.
Oh, was Big Cass in it? Oh, everyone thought Big Cass might win.
Yeah, because he was the outlier. Right, but we're going to the co-main event because that was a very short one. I've got the list of WWE Raw Tag Team Champions.
Oh, we're doing this now?
Yes.
Oh, this goes back infinitely.
I'm going to tell you, this is the Raw belts, and before Raw, it was the main title belt.
Right. Street Profits.
Yep.
Street Profits won it from.
It's a great start.
Oh my days! Who the hell did the Street Profits win it from?
Who did they win it from? You get 3 lives with this one because it's a long one.
Well, I've got no idea. Honestly, wrestling's just been so long. Can you tell me when they won it?
Raw, January 20th, 2020.
Oh, it's a while ago.
Wichita.
So
it was a Raw.
Oh, don't really
Oh
help.
my god, a lot of them are Raw. I've just seen.
Revival.
Nope. January 20th, so Revival were there, I don't think. They are still together now, if that helps.
Are they?
Yep.
What? The Club.
Nope. One final chance.
Oh my day, this is embarrassing. If they're still together now, I'm off on list of WWE. I can't say it today. WWE personnel.
I can give you a clue. They're not an official tag team, but they can tag team up together because they're together.
Oh. Vink and Thorn. No, that's not my guy.
Surprisingly, they didn't win the belt. Unfortunately,
they won it from. It might have. No, it wasn't. No, I don't want to say it. I was going to say. No. Oh, it was. Was it? It was Sami Zayn with.
I can tell that was the SmackDown belt.
All right. Well, I was going to say. It wasn't going to say. I've forgotten. Oh, my head's gone this morning.
You've fully lost it.
Ziggler and Rude.
No. Murphy and Seth.
Did they hold the belts?
Yep, they held it for 42 days.
Oh, this is embarrassing. And I couldn't even tell you.
Trust me, when I tell you the list, you're going to think, what the fuck? So
I'm gonna look at it myself because I've got no idea.
Viking Raiders, then Ziggler and Rude, Strowman and Rollins, Gallows and Anderson, The Revival, then Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder, The Revival, Rude and Gable, AOP, they won it in Manchester.
I'm waiting for the B team to just crop up.
Ambrose and Rollins, Ziggler and McIntyre, the B team.
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy, Vacated, Braun Strowman and Nicholas, and then Cesaro, Sheamus, Jason Jordan, Seth, Cesaro, Sheamus, Ambrose Rollins, Cesaro, Sheamus, Hardy Boys, Gallows Anderson, Cesaro, Sheamus. That was like when they became the Raw belts before the New Day primetime players, New Day, Cesaro and Kid, the Usos, Mizdow and the Miz, Goldust and Stardust, the Usos, the New Age Outlaws, Cody and Goldust, The Shield, Team Hell No, Kingston and Truth, Primo and Epco, Air Boom, The New Nexus, Show and Kane, The Core, Cena Miz,
Boom.
The Core, Santino Morello and Vladimir Kozlov,
Oh.
The Nexus. That was the one with Cena. Cody and Drew, The Hart Dynasty, Show Miz. Any guesses who Show Miz are?
Big Show Miz.
Yep. And then DX, Jericho, and Chris Jericho and Edge. So next week we'll do the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. So try brush your memory up.
I think I might be better at that because I think they've been treated with a bit more respect.
Okay, I'm just gonna before we end, I'm just gonna see if you are correct there because I'm pretty confident there was a lot of times where they switched it up. What's this?
No, because you can just go New Day, Usos, The Bar, and it's probably just a combination of all them lot.
All right. Oh, you've just got to remember there was a lot of time where it was hot shotted between people.
Not
but yeah, that was SmackDown. That was been the WrestleCon episode 22. Again, we're keeping it short, which I like, but we're still talking about a lot of wrestling, obviously.
Yeah, we're getting everything in. I don't really know how we managed to make it so long, to be honest.
Same. Anyway.
I mean, when it's Extreme Rules and Slammiversary in the same week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although, I'm not sure Slammiversary will be on UK TV until the next episode. So, there might be a bit of a saving grace.
Possibly, yeah. But, obviously, tomorrow we've got Night 2, Fyter Fest and Great American Bash. NXT is stacking up again. You've got that big boy main event. You've got the street fight, but then on AEW, you've got the 8-man tag team match. You've got the main event. You've got Jericho Cassidy. Again, both cards looking strong. Both cards looking very strong. But if you haven't heard of us, we are the Sports Corner. You've seen it all through the podcast. This is our main podcast schedule. So Tuesday it's us, me and Simon, the Wrestling Corner at 11:30 a.m.-ish, give or take. It's around that time on Tuesday morning. On Wednesday, it's the Top Corner Football Podcast with football coming back. So we at 3 p.m. we talk about all football. This week, there's some big-ish games happening, I think, so we'll talk about them. The NFL Corner, normally on a Thursday, sometimes other days. With the season not happening, no big news. We've obviously had the big news about Cam Newton for the Patriots, and then we'll be talking about the Patrick Mahomes right. Have a guess how much. So Patrick Mahomes is a quarterback. He signed a contract for 10 years. Do you want to have a guess how much he'll be paid over them 10 years in million?
Is this a question aimed at me?
Yes.
Do
you have just a guess?
$15 million.
Times it by 10 and then times it by 3. In 10 years, he'll be...
Hang on, 15 million, 150 million, 450 million.
Give or take. He's being paid between 400 and 500 million in the space of 10 years.
That's quite a bit of money.
Mental, innit?
Is that more than what Neymar gets?
Will be. But obviously, this is split over 10 years, but still, it's mental. Absolutely mental money. So they'll be talking about that. They'll be doing tier lists. I'm guessing they did it last week with quarterbacks. Tuning to that, see where they put my boy, Gardner Minshew. But yeah, and that's just not it. That's not it for just content. So if we go here, if you go to twitch.tv/the top corner, Josh is doing the semi-finals of the virtual Euro tournament. We've got Croatia left. We've got, it's going to be hard for me to remember. We've got Croatia left. We've got Poland left in the other semi-final. In the other bracket, we've got Israel. Do we have Israel? I think we have Israel. Yeah, I think they won on penalties. And it's Israel versus, I'll tell you in a second, it's one big team's left, France. Israel versus France. France are the only big nation left. Got Croatia, Poland, and Will Pete of the NFL Corner. His team, Israel, is still left in the team. He's managed them well. But that isn't it. I haven't got a banner ready for it. But we'll have many watch-alongs of like big games throughout the week. That'll be either solo ones or duo ones. But on Sunday, I'll be back on the channel for the F1 watch-along. So last Sunday, 2 days ago, I did a stream by myself where I reacted to the Austrian Grand Prix, and it was a great Grand Prix. Everything basically happened. But we have got the Steiermark Grand Prix. I was going to say Styrian. It's the Steiermark Grand Prix this weekend on Sunday. So I'll be back again at around the same time at 2-ish, giving you live updates and giving my reactions. And just got to hope we have a great one. So yeah, that's Sunday around 2 o'clock. But if you go to at the top corner on Twitter, you will see that. All the updates will be on there from us. But we'll see. Thank you very much, Sam, for joining me.
Yeah, it's been all right, hasn't it?
Yeah, and we'll see you next week for Fighter Fest and Great American Bash Part 2 Boogaloo.